Good evening, and welcome to Sportsline Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, and I'm broadcasting live from Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports and gaming capital of the United States of America. And you are listening to this program right here at 910 AM WUBR. CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. You can also listen live online at PelicanSportsTV.com, PelicanSportsTV.com, or you can do like the MeatMan does. Get the 910 AM WUBR app. That's right. Just go to the App Store or wherever you go and get the WUBR 910 AM app, and you can listen to all the shows. The WUBR. You listen to Jordy Holberg in the morning, Buddy Sanji in the afternoon, Tommy Chrysan toward the evening. You got Jim Rome somewhere up there. You get the franchise. On Saturday, Carlos Brown. So, good app to have, man. I like listening to the radio over the phone, man. I tell you. It's good stuff. I mean, you gotta admit that phone's pretty cool to have. It's pretty cool. It's not really a phone. It's a thing that has a phone in it. It's disguised as a phone. It's not really a phone. I mean, let's be honest. We call it a phone, but it's not a phone. I mean, it's a computer that has a phone. And it gives you something to entertain yourself with while you're doing nothing. That's what I like about it. That's what I like about the 910 AM WUBR app. Anywhere I go, I can always click the button and listen to Christ saying, no matter where I'm at. I could be in a doctor's office somewhere. The doctor's an hour and a half behind schedule. Click the 910 AM WUBR CBS Sports Radio app and listen to Tommy Christ saying it. I like it. I mean, I got other radio stations. I got other things that I listen to. So glad to be here. Glad to have you there. As you know, we're doing a special edition of Sportsline Radio, the Wednesday edition of Sportsline Radio. Nobody's going to be around on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Nobody's going to be around on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. So we're going to do the show today, Wednesday. And we're going to wrap it up here at 9:10 AM WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge, baby. We're just going to pack it in. See everybody in a couple of days, man. That's how we roll in the AM radio business, Cap. That's how we roll in AM radio. Don't believe me. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Hey, don't blame me. Don't blame me. We get a lot of holidays in the AM radio game, but so of course, we'll do the show today. I'm going to tape the show like I always do, put it up on YouTube, put it up on my Facebook page. If you want to become friends with the MeatMan on Facebook, Dave Scandaliato, DaveScandaliato. Just send me a friend request, and I don't have a lot of friends on Facebook. I got less than 300. Less than 300. I mean, friends on Facebook. I mean, what the heck does that mean? But nevertheless, look, I like using Facebook to promote the radio show and a couple of other things that I do. Of course, don't forget, if you're watching a rebroadcast of this program on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. MeatMan's out there making a little controversy on YouTube with this LeVar Ball and Donald Trump thing. I mean, look, I was kind of a fan of LeVar Ball. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the guy, successful father and all that, but, come on, man. Just say thank you. You can say it. You can say thank you, man. You can say it. That kid was looking at hard time out there in China, man. They don't play around. They don't take too kindly of U.S. citizens coming into their country and stealing their stuff, man. Believe me, they don't like that. It ain't like the good old U.S. of A., baby. Nah, other countries, they don't play around with all that stuff. But, I think LeVar Ball's been a good father to his kids, but he had an opportunity to teach them something there, and they failed. Teaching kids how to say thank you. Hey, man, thanks. I'm going to go back to being a total idiot now, promoting my Big Baller brand, but I just wanted to take time out of my busy day of being a total jack-off to tell you thanks, man. I appreciate the 10 seconds that you spent talking to President Xi of China, getting my stupid kid out of jail, stealing a pair of sunglasses. The guy's got a Lamborghini, for crying out loud. You know, I mean, how dumb is this guy? I mean, let's be brutally honest, man. I mean, you got to be some stupid. You got to be some stupid, man. If you got a Lamborghini and you stealing a pair of sunglasses, man, I tell you, you talking about punching down. All right, now speaking of punching down, a MeatMan 2-3 last week. Can you believe it? I started it out 2-0 on Saturday. It looked like I was going to roll through the card and win for the 6th week in a row, but wasn't meant to be. I go 0-2 on Saturday, and then I come up just a couple inches short. I go 0-2 on Sunday, 2-0 on Saturday, 0-2 on Sunday, and I come up just a couple of inches short on Monday night with the field goal. That game goes in overtime. You better believe the Seahawks win that. I've lost more ways on Monday night than the law allows. I had one game, I had over the total, a team needed a field goal and a touchdown. John Gruden must have said 10 times, when are they going to kick the field goal? When are they going to kick the field goal? You need a field goal, better kick the field goal. Never did get it. Then I had the Redskins in that game against the Chiefs when they threw the ball around the last play of the game. The guy for the Chiefs picked it up, ran it into the end zone, a loss like that. Then the untimed down, I had under the total in that Green Bay Packers game. Packers scoring the last play of the game. What a scam. What a scam. Not only was it the last play of the game, it was an untimed down after the penalty. They had a penalty on the last play of the game, gave them untimed down. You talk about BS. And then this past Monday night, I mean, I got a pro football kicker. He's lined up for a 51-yard field goal. He hits it dead center. And he's short. Comes up short. Wide right, wide left. Hey, it's the upright. Hey, I can live with all that. How do you come up short? How do you not be able to kick the ball 50 yards? I mean, you're a field goal kicker in the National Football League. Wow. Wow. So, Monday night, it hasn't been the MeatMan's night, I can tell you that right now. Monday Night Football has not been kind to the MeatMan, especially in the games that are decided by luck. Remember, a lot of these games are decided by luck. Nobody wants to admit that. Nobody wants to admit it. Everybody wants to think you have this gift from God, this holy whatever that allows you to predict the future, because that's basically what you think you can do. When you think you can pick football games against the spread and make money doing it. Remember, the only reason we only have to play 11 to win 10 is we don't ever win. It's tough to win. If everybody won, you'd have to play 12 to 10 or 13 to 10 or 14 to 10 or 15 to 10. But since it's hard to hit 52.4% of your games, hey, we'll just leave it at 11 to 10. Keep all these guys and ladies coming back for more and more and more and more and more. And, of course, when you play the parlays, the household becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So, a 2-3 last week for the MeatMan, my first losing week, and I couldn't tell you how long. That puts the record at 40 wins, 26 losses, and 1 tie. It's not bad. I mean, it's pretty good, to be brutally honest with everybody, but it was 40 and 23 and a tie before the 2 losses on Sunday and the Monday night loss with the Seattle Seahawks. So, I've had a taste of the 17 games over 500. I don't like this 14 games over 500 stuff. I don't like that. I don't like that. That to me, that's not any good. I don't like that. I don't like that. I felt a lot better in life when I was 17 games over 500. And that's what the goal is here, because I'm going to give you 5 picks this week. I'm going to give you 5 plays. I debated on whether I should give you the play on Thursday in the NFL between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Detroit beat Minnesota earlier this season on the road. The Lions beat the Vikings. I think the score was 14-7. That's why I was a little surprised that Minnesota opened the favorite on the road at Detroit on Thanksgiving Day. The Vikings opened up about a 1.5 point favorite, and they're 3 over the Lions. I'm leaning toward Detroit. I mean, I can tell you right now, I can't see myself betting the Minnesota Vikings on Thursday morning, because the game starts at like 9-something out here in Las Vegas. But if you want to give me a call, you can reach me right out here in Las Vegas at 1-833-MeatMan. 1-833-MEATMAN. So I got my own personal toll-free number. I figure I'm going to be doing this for a long time. I'm going to be in this business. I've already been in it 20 years. Opened meat and potatoes back in 1998. So, I mean, we've been doing this now 19 plus years, so I figured I might as well get my own toll-free number that I'm literally going to have till the day I die. 1-833-MeatMan. 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 So, you want to talk about the Thursday games, you want to talk about the Friday games, give me a call, talk directly with me, Dave Scandaliato, at 1-833-MeatMan. Now I'm going to concentrate on 3 college football games on a Saturday and 2 pro football games on Sunday. That's what I'm looking at right here. I got the 3 games for Saturday. I got 2 games for Sunday. Of course, the 2 games everybody wants me to talk about, I'm not going to play. You got the LSU Tigers and the Texas A&M Aggies. And then, of course, you got the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Before we start talking about those 2 games, and then the 5 against the spread selections that I'm also going to give you on the program today, I just want to quickly remind everybody that the following information is to be used as news material only and is not intended to violate any state, federal, or local laws. All right, LSU the Tigers and Texas A&M the Aggies. LSU's 8-3 straight up. They're 6-4-1 against the spread. Texas A&M 7-4 straight up, 7-3-1 against the number. The game opened LSU 10.5. It's down to 10. The total opened 50. It's still 50. Good job by the odds makers there. Look, I don't know if this is going to be the head coach at Texas A&M's last game. I know they fired the guy. I don't know if they're going to let him coach the bowl game. I don't know what the plan is. To me, this is just an absolute stay-away game. Don't really mean nothing to LSU. Doesn't really mean anything to Texas A&M. Unless this is their head coach's last game, you know. He's had a good record over there. He's had some decent teams. This is a tough game right here. Tough game. LSU should win it with no problem. But as far as a betting stance, I'm gonna keep away. Same thing with game 225, 226. The Alabama Crimson Tide on the road to play the Auburn Tigers. The point spread opened 4.5, but still 4.5. The total opened 50. It's down to 47.5. Now there's a rule somewhere that says anytime you can get Alabama and lay less than a touchdown, you pretty much got to go with it. Since Nick Saban's been at LSU, at Alabama, I should say, should still be at LSU, but that's a whole different show. That's a whole different program for another day. But since he's been at Alabama, I mean, anytime you can get Alabama land under a touchdown, that was pretty good. But if you look at the last 10 times Alabama and Auburn played, on November 24th, 2000, let's see here. Let's see. All right, so November 26, 2010, Alabama was at home. They were a 4.5-point favorite, just a 4.5-point favorite against Auburn, and Auburn won the game 28-27. They don't have a lot of close spreads. I must have been looking at something different a little bit earlier because Alabama in the last 5 years, they've been a 34-point favorite, a 10-point favorite, a 9.5-point favorite, a 14.5-point favorite, and a 20-point favorite. Alabama won 30-12 last year as a 20-point favorite. They won the year before that at Auburn as a 14.5-point favorite, 29-13. They were a 9.5-point favorite the year before that. Alabama won the game 55-44. Then the year before that, that's when Auburn was catching the 10 back in 2013, and they beat Alabama outright 34-28. Man, this is just such a tricky game right here. You just got to stay away. It's going to be fun to watch. Watch it. Turn the TV on. Enjoy the game without having any money on it. Or at least try. I mean, I know it's tough to do. I don't know if I can do it personally, but, I mean, even if I don't have any money on this game, which I probably am not, I'm still going to flick through the deal and see what's going on. I'm still going to flick through the channels and see what's happening in the game, just out of curiosity. The line looks a little low, man. It looks like a trap. But, I mean, Alabama, I mean, they're good, man. The Crimson Tide, I mean, come on. If you're the best team in the country and you're the undisputed #1 team in the country, you should be able to go in Auburn and win the game by more than 4.5 points. I mean, the Tigers have 2 losses. They lost to the LSU Tigers, and they lost to the Clemson Tigers, both on the road. I'd like to see Auburn win the game to screw the whole bowl thing Final Four up. You talk about screw that up. Man, would that screw that up. Man, would that screw, you talk about screw that whole thing up right there. But I'm not going to bet the game. I'm not going to bet the game. Let me give you a game I'm going to bet. Let me go ahead and give you the first game that the meat man's going to sink his teeth into on the Saturday card. It's game 191. It's game 193. 193, 194. The Wisconsin Badgers at the Minnesota Golden Gophers. The game opened 16-43. It's now 17-43. Come on. Come on. You got to be kidding me. Really? 17? Come on. No. No. Wisconsin is not a 17-point favorite on the road against Minnesota. No. No. 10, 9, 8, yeah. 17, no. Minnesota's got a lot to play for you. They're 5-6. They become bowl eligible with the win. And boy, what a win it would be. They would literally knock Wisconsin right out of the Final Four. It's like a double bowl game. It's like a bowl game before a bowl game. Minnesota's playing a bowl game against the number 4 team in the country to see if they qualify to go to a bowl game. I love it. I love it. In the last couple of years, these teams have played. Last year, 31-17 Wisconsin. The year before that, 31-21 Wisconsin. The year before that, 34-24 Wisconsin. The year before that, 20-7 Wisconsin. The bottom line is this. I mean, look, the last 4 times these two teams have played, Wisconsin's won by 14, 10, 10, and 13. And that's why I hate using the V word. Oh, man, I hate saying it. There's a lot of value here taking the Minnesota Golden Gophers plus 17. The line's out of whack, man. That line's way too high. Now, of course, Minnesota, they coming off of an absolutely embarrassing loss last week at Northwestern. They lose 39-0. 39-0. Now, this is a team the week before at home beat Nebraska 54-21. They scored 54 points at home 2 weeks ago against Nebraska. And the following week at Northwestern, they come with a 0. I think Minnesota's going to be ready for this one on Saturday, folks. I think the Golden Gophers are going to be pumped. I think they're going to be psyched here, man. I'm expecting an absolutely monster effort out of the Minnesota Golden Gophers. They're planning to go to a bowl game. And they're playing a Wisconsin team. You know they're nervous, man. You know they're nervous. They're 2 wins away from going to the Final Four. You cannot deny the Wisconsin Badgers a chance to play for the national championship if they go undefeated in the Big Ten and win the Big Ten championship game. You cannot deny the Big Ten champion a seat at the table, the Final Four table. The pressure's on the Wisconsin Badgers, but they got to do it on the road, and they got to do it against a team that always plays them tough and is looking to become bowl eligible. My first play of the show here today. Give me the home team right here, the home dog, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, plus the 17 against the Wisconsin Badgers. All right. That's your first play right there. That's a good one right there. MeatMan looked all week for that one, Cap. But there it is. That's a good one right there. That's as close to money in the bank as you're going to see. 17. Lock it in now. Don't wait till it goes to 16 and 15 and 14. If it goes to 18, 19, 20, hit it again. Make it a double play. Minnesota Golden Gophers at home plus the 17 points. All right, we got to take a break. We got to take a quick commercial break. We got one play in. I got 2 more to go in college football, and I got 2 more to go in pro football. Don't forget, every Friday, I know today's Wednesday. That's because we're not going to be here on Friday. But every Friday, 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio Baton Rouge, we do a program called Sports Line, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. You can listen live at PelicanSportsTV.com or download the Pelican Sports app. It's the WUBR app, WUBR 9:10 a.m. app. Don't touch that dial, Cap. 4 against the spread plays still to come. You are listening to Sportsline with the MeatMan Dave Scandaliato live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're doing it all right here on 9:10 a.m. WUBR. CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. All right. 32 more minutes, Don. 32 more minutes. And then you get to go home for 4 days. Oh, you got to come in Saturday. You got to come in on Saturday. Wow. Wow. You got the turkey? All right. All right. 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 Well, yeah, they got to do stuff with other people. All right. All right. And welcome back to Sportsline. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I'm coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, just like we do every Friday. I know it's Wednesday. I know. We're doing a special edition of Sportsline Radio today because Friday we're not going to be here because of Thanksgiving. We're not going to be here. We're going to be watching football. They got football all day Friday. All day. I think they got like 15 college football games on a Friday. And you need some help with some of the picks? Give me a call. Talk directly with me right here, man. Call me on my iPhone, my own personal iPhone, or my own personal toll-free number that I'm literally going to have till the day I die. 1-833-MeatMan. 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 Talk directly with me. Dave Scandaliato at 1-833-MeatMan. All right, we got one college football play in the books. We'll take the Minnesota Golden Gophers plus the 17 at home against the Wisconsin Badgers. The second play, let's go ahead and we'll take Stanford, the Cardinal, plus the 2.5 at home against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. It's game 195-196. The line opened 1.5 and 52. It's now 2.5 and 57. How you like that? How you like that? A 5-point movement on the total. And a 1-point move on the point spread. Stanford's undefeated at home this year. They haven't lost at home all year. They beat California. They beat Washington. They beat Oregon. They beat Arizona State. And they beat UCLA. They scored 58 against UCLA. They scored 34 against Arizona State, 49 against Oregon, 30 against Washington. They only scored 17 against California, but they won the game 17-14. The defense showed up. Notre Dame, man, they just overrated. I mean, come on. Number 9 in the country? Really? Really? Notre Dame is the number 9 team in the country? Really? Really? I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. And Stanford, they've beaten Notre Dame the last 4 times. They've come to play over there. Stanford beat them 2 years ago. At home, 38-36. 4 years ago, 27-20. 6 years ago, 28-14. 8 years ago, 45-38. So we got a Stanford Cardinal team who never loses at home to Notre Dame, very rarely. They're undefeated at home this year. They score a lot of points at home. And they're playing a Notre Dame team that they just overrated, man. They're overrated. Bottom line. Bottom line. They just overrated. I like Stanford in this spot. At home. Getting to 2.5 points. That'll be my second play for the program today. So I got the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Plus a 17. That's the lock of the week right there, Cap. That's the L-O-C-K of the week. Lock it down. Lock it down. That's the lock. That's the lock, man. You need a play to make a lot of money with on the weekend. That's the L-O-C-K. The Minnesota Golden Gophers trying to become bowl eligible. Going up against a team that's never felt this much pressure in their life. And that team's laying 17 on the road. I don't know about all that. I literally love the Minnesota Golden Gophers more than life itself on Saturday. That was play number 1. Play number 2 will be the Stanford Cardinal at home plus a 2.5. Now, we don't buy the 0.5 point here because instead of laying $1.10, you got to lay $1.40. I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like doing that. So the only way I'll ever lose a game by 0.5 point is if it lands on 3. Because you'll never get ahead in life in a 50-50 proposition laying an extra 30 cents in juice. You just can't do that. You can't lay an extra 30 cents in juice in a 50-50 proposition. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right, my third play, I'm taking the Michigan Wolverines. Getting the 12 points at home against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Michigan 8-3. Ohio State's 9-2. Now Ohio State, they got two losses. They lost at Iowa 55-24. And then they lost at Oklahoma, against Oklahoma at home early in the year. When Baker Mayfield, I think he went and took a leak in the middle of the field or something like that. I'm not sure what he did. I forgot what Baker Mayfield did. I forgot what he did. I forgot what stupid thing he did. He does a lot of stupid things, that guy. You got to give him credit. White people do stupid things too, man. Just ask Baker Mayfield. Believe me. The last time Ohio State was on the road, they lost 55-24. 55-24. The last time Ohio State played on the road. Now, this is a big rivalry game right here. This is a big rivalry game, and, I know Michigan's down and all that, but, man, they're not out. And last year, if you remember correctly, it was a tight game. 30-27. Ohio State was at home. They were a 4.5-point favorite. Now Ohio State's on the road, and they're laying 12. I'm just not that big of a believer in Ohio State. I know they got a good team. I know Urban Meyer's a good coach. I got all that figured out. He's got all the national championships. But the bottom line is Ohio State has two losses. They're a very beatable team. And yes, they did crush Michigan State 48-3. They did crush Illinois 52-14 their last two games. But they should have never beat Penn State 39-38. They were a 7-point favorite at home in that game. And then, like I said, after barely escaping that, they go on the road the following week. I had Iowa to 21 points, and the Hawkeyes just drilled them. I might be a sucker for taking Michigan here to Wolverines, but even a MeatMan makes a bad pick every once in a blue moon. Of course, we made a bad pick last week with the Green Bay Packers. Plus the 2 against the Baltimore Ravens. PU, brother. Wow. What a bad pick. What an awful play that was. I don't think I could make a pick worse than that one. But if I ever did, it would be in this game right here with the selection I'm getting ready to make. I'll take Michigan. Plus the 12 at home on Saturday against their arch rival, the Ohio State Buckeyes, who still some kind of way think they can make it into the Final Four with two losses, where I highly beg to differ. All right, we got to take one more break. We got to take one more commercial break. Don't forget, you need some NBA plays. You need some college basketball against the spread selections. You looking to bet all the bowl games coming up, all these NCAA postseason bowl games. You need some help? Give me a call. Talk directly with me, the MeatMan, Dave Scandaliato, live in Las Vegas, Nevada. My personal iPhone, give me a call, my own personal toll-free number that I'm literally going to have until the day I die. 1-833-MeatMan, 1-833-MEATMAN. You looking for serious help to try to make money betting on sports? Give me a call, talk directly with me. 1-833-MeatMan. All right, Cap, 2 NFL plays still to come. We got 3 college plays in the books so far for Saturday. Don't touch that dial, Cap. Money making opportunities still to come. You're listening to Sports Line Radio with the MeatMan, Dave Scandaliato, coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're doing it all right here on 910 AM WBR. CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. All righty. Your last segment of the week. Your last segment of the week. Wow. Wow. All right, let's see. I gotta make, can you give me an extra minute here? All right. I'm doing a radio show today because obviously Fridays are kind of a holiday. So I'm going to take the Knicks, the New York Knicks plus the 4, and I'll call you back after the show. See you later. Yeah, well, not, that's, I thought I had to make 2 calls, but only had to make 1. I thought I was going to be a little longer than that. But that's all right. I'm good. I'm good. Taking a little break here, a little break down the week. Look, I know we're not union or nothing, but, we deserve a break, right? I mean, we get a little break here at the end of the week, take a couple of minutes off, relax. You only live once. LSU basketball, they look good, man. They looked all right against Michigan, but man, I tell you, they look not good against Notre Dame, man. That wasn't pretty. Well, you won't find that out until you see LSU play again. Because LSU is a big team. I mean, they're very long. They have some very big guys on the team. Yes, sir. All right. And welcome back to Sportsline Radio, a special edition of Sportsline Radio. Normally we do the program on Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time, right here on 9:10 a.m. WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. But Friday's kind of a holiday if you're in the AM radio business. Right. This isn't Walmart, where me and Don and TK and Jordy and Buddy, the franchise, are going to put up with people looking to buy something 75% off when you camped out 2 days to get it. No. We're off. See, that's the beauty of being in AM radio as opposed to retail. See how that works? See that? Black Friday, the radio people, that means we get to stay home and get loaded. In Las Vegas, you can really get loaded down, man. I tell you, wow, man, woo, man. My God. Man, wow. All right. We had our first losing week last week in a long time. We started out 2-0 last week. Then we went 0-3. 0-3 in the pro football. At one point, we were 40 wins, 23 losses, and 1 tie. And we lost 3 in a row. We're 40 wins, 26 losses now, and 1 tie. We had 6 straight weeks. This was 5 straight weeks. We were going for 6 straight weeks in a row being a winner. Wasn't meant to be. Wow. Wow. But it's the comeback week. The MeatMan very rarely has 2 losing weeks in a row. Very rarely. Does happen. Does happen, but believe me, Minnesota, I love Minnesota. The Golden Gophers on Saturday, that was the first pick I gave out in college football. The second pick, Stanford, the Cardinal. Getting the 2.5 at home against Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. And then I took Michigan, the Wolverines, plus the 12 at home in the big rivalry game against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now we're going to pick a little NFL football. I might be barking up the wrong tree here. And it's very possible. Very possible the MeatMan might have had a bad read on this, but I guest hosted Tommy Chrysan's program, Pelican Sports Radio, a couple of months ago, right here on 9:10 a.m. WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge, and I went over every game that the Saints were going to play. It's on YouTube. It's archived forever, unless I delete it. It's up there forever. I said the Saints were going to go 14-2 straight up this year. And 1 or 2 losses was going to be to the Los Angeles Rams. Now, right now, the Saints are 8-2. They're 8-2, so of course, if they lose to the Rams, they can't go 14-2. The best they can do is go 13-3. All right, well, I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about getting the pick right than guessing the actual win-loss record of the New Orleans Saints. This is an absolute revenge game right here. This absolute revenge game right here. This is a huge game right here in the NFC. The Saints are 8-2. The Rams are 7-3. The Saints win this game, depending on what happens in the Minnesota Vikings-Detroit Lions game on Thanksgiving Day, the early game. The New Orleans Saints could literally be playing for the number 2 spot in the NFC. And if they were to win the game, they'd have the number 2 spot in the NFC. But man, if the Minnesota Vikings win on Thanksgiving, and then the New Orleans Saints were to lose to the Los Angeles Rams, the Saints and the Rams would have the same record at 8-3, but the Rams would own the tiebreaker. That would mean the Saints would lose the tiebreaker to the Minnesota Vikings, so they lost to the first game of the year, and to the Los Angeles Rams. That's not a good spot to be in. When you finish with the same record as your other conference division champions and they all beat you, so you don't get the tiebreaker. Last year, the New Orleans Saints played the Los Angeles Rams in the Superdome. And they ran the score up 49-21. Saints ran it up, man. They ran it up. The defensive coordinator for the Saints was that Greg Williams guy who was part of the Bounty Gate that helped get Sean Payton suspended for a year from coaching. And Sean Payton wanted to run the score up on the old defensive coordinator, and he did it. He did it. They put up 49. They were throwing the ball late in the fourth quarter. They were running trick plays. They were doing all sorts of stuff. And the bottom line now, it's payback time. Now, personally, I thought the Saints would be favored in the game. I thought the Saints would be a 2-point favorite when they made the line. I wasn't expecting the Rams to be the favorite. I was expecting the Saints to be the favorite. So now I got to decide whether I want to lay the 2.5 points or do I want to play the game on the money line. And then if we just forget about the point spread. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I can lay $1.45 with the Los Angeles Rams. At 2.5 points, if I had to buy the half a point, if I had to buy the half a point 5 times to get it down to a picket, buy the half, get it down to 2, buy the half, get it down to 1.5, buy the half, get it down to 1, buy half, get it down to half a point, it would cost me 50 cents to do it. I'd have to lay $1.60 to win $1. If I play the money line, I only got to lay $1.45 to win $1. I think the Saints shot their load last week in that comeback victory against the Washington Redskins at home, down 15 points with 3 minutes to go. And I think the Los Angeles Rams, they ran into a red-hot Minnesota Vikings team. The Rams lost that game last week on the road, not a comeback home. I just think they're going to win the game, man. I just think that the Saints they're going to lose this one. New Orleans started out 0-2. They've won 8 straight. Everybody's comparing them to the year that they won the Super Bowl, that they won 8 straight, but they didn't start out 0-2 that year. They started out 13-0. I said over the summer the Los Angeles Rams were going to beat the New Orleans Saints, and I'm not going to change my mind now. Put me down for the Rams. Put me down for the Los Angeles Rams. Pick it on the money line. I'm not going to lay the 2.5. I'm going to lay $1.45 on the money line. I'm just going to bet them to win the game straight up. I'll take the Los Angeles Rams on the money line minus $1.45. All right, so now you got 4 plays. Got the Minnesota Golden Gophers plus a 17. Taking the Stanford Cardinal plus the 2.5. We're taking the Michigan Wolverines plus the 12. In college football, we're taking the Los Angeles Rams in pro football on the money line minus $1.45. Your final play for the show here, I'm going to take the Jets, the New York Jets, the Jets, Jets. Plus the 4 points. I mean, look, they're playing good at home. They're 3-2 at home. And the Jets play some tough teams at home. I gotta give New York credit. The Jets, last home game, they beat the Buffalo Bills 34-21. And the week before that, they lost to the Atlanta Falcons at home, 25-20, but covered the spread. They only lost to New England 24-17 at home, catching 9. They covered the spread. Even though the New York Jets are just 1-2, their last 3 at home, they're 3-0 against the spread. Obviously, I don't have a lot of time to talk about this one, Cap, because I just got the 3-minute warning from my man Don back in the studio with no further explanation. I'll take the New York Jets, the Jets, Jets, at home, plus the 4 points. All right, there you go. There you go. Once again, a quick recap. The Minnesota Golden Gophers on Saturday, plus 17. The Stanford Cardinal at home, plus 2.5. The Michigan Wolverines at home plus the 12. That's your 3 college football games for Saturday. And then on Sunday, I'll take the Los Angeles Rams at home on the money line. Minus $1.45, 145 to win 100. And we'll take the New York Jets, the Jets, Jets. I'm going to say plus 4 points, but they got a lot of 4.5s out there. They got plenty of places you can get a 4.5. As a matter of fact, it's 4.5. Let's buy it a half a point. We'll knock the Jets up to 5. Take the New York Jets as the 5th play, plus the 4.5, buy it a half a point, and knock it up to 5. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this edition of Sportsline Radio, a special edition of Sportsline Radio. Now, of course, I want everybody to have a happy Thanksgiving. We all have a lot to be thankful for. Remember, your life could be a lot worse. I tell myself that all the time. It could be a lot worse, man. If you don't believe me, just put the TV on and just watch for a little while. Be a lot worse, man. We got a lot to be thankful for. We got a lot of food in this country. Got a lot of booze. Got a lot of other stuff. For the most part, we're free. We got a lot to be thankful. Want to thank my man Don back in the studio. Wednesday, staying late for the special edition of Sportsline. I want to thank my man TK for getting me the spot here on Pelican Sports Radio. Of course, I want to thank my man Alan, the owner of Pelican Sports TV, for putting the MeatMan in the game. Don't forget, bet with your head and not over it. Money management is the key to turning a profit betting sports. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I want to thank everybody for listening to this special edition of Sportsline Radio. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And I'll see you in 167 hours plus 48 hours on top of it right here on Sportsline. All right, so now you're going to music, or you're just keeping it on sports? Going to music? Oh, really? All right. Man, have a good day Thursday. Enjoy the mother-in-law. And I'll see you next week. Oh, all right. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. You too, Don. Thank you. All right. That's going to wrap it up for this edition of Sportsline Radio, a special edition of Sportsline Radio. We did the program on Wednesday this week. November the 22nd, I think it is. November the 22nd instead of Friday. November the 24th. It's a holiday. Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving for everybody in the AM radio business. So I want to thank everybody who watched the show, watched the rebroadcast, listen live at PelicanSportsTV.com or right here on the iPhone, the smartphone, the Android, the iPad. Just download the WUBR 910 AM app. As always, like I said, man, make sure you bet with your head, not over it. Money management is the key to turning a profit betting sports. You need to get in touch with the MeatMan, 1-833-MeatMan, 1-833-MEATMAN, 1-833-MeatMan. You can always send me an email, Dave at meatandpotatoes.com, Dave at meatandpotatoes.com, or Dave at payafteryouwin.com. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. Or if you want to become friends on Facebook, Dave Scandaliato, DAVESCANDALIATO. I'll see you in 167 hours plus 2 days. That's another 48 hours right here on Sportsline.